let's do that. Let's do a little bit of U-shaped work with a chair, because you've got the chair, which is great. So I was going to wait to see who comes in, but we'll just work. So with your chair hanger straight, mine has got a metal bit, but if you put like a blanket or a big pillow, because you'll be taller than the chair. So if you see I put something on my chair, my pelvis just comes to the chair. So if your chair's uncomfortable, you just put a little pillow on top and you hold on to the chair or the seat. Great. So you get your pelvis right in the chair. Can you feel? And you walk your feet in and your feet are hip width, and then you just come over. So the chair gives you balance in your pelvis. And then from there, you take your elbows down onto the seat. And you feel the top of the chair right in your pelvis. And it allows you to come a little further forward, where the chair is really going into the pelvis and around the hip joints. You should be able to feel that. And nice. And now we create some length for your spine. So you take your arms in front of the chair. And then just think about moving. If you lift your toes up, you'll engage the front of the legs and then release the toes down. And move your thighs back and feel the back of the legs opening. And just stay there and go to your breath and take your breath to the side ribs. Soften the side ribs, the upper body. Just breathing into it, breathing out, just taking your time. Can you feel the back of the legs and the lower back spreading? Going to do a forward bend and to get it where it's exactly coming off the pelvis. And then take an inhale, bring yourself up. Put your hands on the seat, stay there for a moment. Now, just be there. Great. So you still got the pelvis on the chair there. You can feel it. You can do a revolved action here. So you leave the pelvis on the chair. You take your right forearm on the chair like this, and you put the left hand on the lower back. Now, the left hip bone is going to come up. So you move the left hip bone to the chair and you lift the spine up instead. So you don't let the left hip bone move off the chair. Because when we're doing revolved work in yoga and we're trying to create space for the spine, we move the pelvis invariably. But with the chair and understanding how the left hip bone touches the chair, you can get a nice rotation of your spine. So the weight's all gone in the right foot and the right hip, but we're trying to bring the left hip down. Can you feel? Exhale, release. Both forearms on the chair. And now that you're here, you notice how much longer and how much more space you have around the right hip. We do the left forearm the same, and we put the right hand on the lower back. So the awareness is the right hip's already going in, but we want to keep the left hip connected and turn the spine. Left hip connected and turn the spine. The more we turn the spine, the more the right side goes into the chair, which is great. But we still want to keep awareness on the left. So you keep all your awareness on the left and you turn, and it activates the left leg and it activates the top of the left thigh. So we're getting what we call the revolved posture done with this corrective feeling. So when you come off the chair and do it, you get the same feeling. And then release, and then fold again. Nice. And take the arms forward, and you'll feel a little more connection through the pelvis as you come forward. And go to your breath. Excellent. And just lots of space through the side body. Breathe into it. And find an exhale. Picking it up through the lower belly to bring yourself up. Take all the supports away from your chair. And we just use the chair now. So where you've got your settee, if you just take your feet to the edge of your settee there, and you turn the chair around so you've got the seat facing you, like so. And then you take your hands on the seat and you walk your hands to the edge of your settee. So have the chair where it's accessible, don't have it too far, and your heels are against the base of your settee and your hands are on the chair. So you're doing this extended forward fold. Yeah. Heels all the way back. Great. I think you could still take the chair a little further for you because
Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah, nice. Excellent. So heels touching and the side. But now, keep moving your thighs back, keep moving your bottom back, walk your hands forward. And take the chest down. And then you want to lift the hip bones up where you had the chair initially. So we left the impression of the chair, right? Where the hip bones are, lift those up and aligning the ears with the upper inner arms, just feel that opening through the armpit chest. And just take another breath in. Allow yourself to exhale. And you press your palms and you just turn the right heel in a little bit, just a tiny bit, bring your left foot forward. So you turn the right heel in and you bring the left foot forward underneath your chair. Wonderful. Stay there for a moment. Now we're going to try and get the right forearm on the chair. So you're coming off that right hip bone again. There you go. Wonderful. We'll get the left forearm on the chair if you can. And you come into what we call extended forward fold, Parsvottanasana. And you just want to bring the left leg back into the hip socket, bring the right hip socket round, and then lift them up again through the abdomen. And you go to your breath. Exhale completely. Now, leave your right forearm where it is. Take your left palm on the lower back. And bring the hand so it's in line with the chair. So you rotated the arm. Leave the forearm on the chair. That's it. So now the focus is press the back heel. Yeah. And now you just want to again turn the spine. But you want to move this front leg hip back. So move your left hip back, turn the chest. Move the front hip back, turn the chest. Well done. So you really feel it in the back of that front leg, but you're working the right heel all the way down. Create a bit more space. Take a breath in. If you want a little bit more, we take the left hand on top of the chair and extend, and you move the left hip back. Move the left hip back. Excellent. Deep press the right heel. Take another breath in. Soften the abdomen. Exhale. And release the left hand. Hand on the chair, right hand on the chair. Just stay, drop the head down, release the head. Take an inhale. Allow yourself to exhale. And then use your hands wherever you want on the chair to take that left foot back. Both heels into the base of your sofa. Move the hips all the way back. Extend. Wonderful. Take a breath in. Hips back. Exhale. We'll just nip the left heel in a little bit now and step the right foot forward. And then we come off the opposite hip. Left forearm on the chair. Working the left heel. Right forearm on the chair. And working the legs. We extend and release the head down. So you want to move the inner thighs back and bring the outer hips round while you're here. Exhale completely. And then inhale, look forward. You're just going to rotate that left arm, the forearm on the chair, the right arm on the lower back. So focus on right hip bone back, press the forearm, we're rotating the spine. Pressing the left heel, right hip bone back, rotating the spine. Take your time. So press, lift, turn. And then if you want a bit more on this side, if you did the other side, you did. Extend the arm over. Reach on top of the chair, keep moving the right hip back. Press the left heel, take a deep breath in. And breathe out. And release the hand, release the arms, put both forearms on the chair. Exhale, just take a moment, drop the head down, release there. And then inhale, look forward, hands on the chair. This time, step forward with the back foot and both forearms on the chair and release the top of the head. So tip forward now, because when we normally do a forward bend without a chair, we don't tip forward enough. We don't come forward. It is a forward bend. So just tip forward as much as you can towards your toes and then press the heels down. So you get a really nice extended forward fold. Soften the abdomen. Take a breath in. Allow yourself to exhale. Thighs back. Inhale, slowly bring yourself up. So it's useful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really, really good working with a chair like this. Now, take it one step further. So you don't have a piece of wall, so I'm a little concerned. What's your balance like?
My balance is fine, yeah. Okay. If I'm struggling, I'll let you know.
Yeah, so just put the chair against the base of the settee, so this is not, well, it's there. So now you stand, we're going to stand on the side. Now, we normally do triangle, but we're going to take it one step further. If you don't mind your heel on top of the chair, otherwise put your blanket on top if you don't want your heel on top of the chair. So have your left, if you want to just put something on top of the chair in case you don't want your heel on top, right? So have the chair on your left side. So you're facing me, so that's your left side. Great, feet together. Just turn the left heel so the toes face the chair and put the foot on the chair. So we've done this before, where we've done this work. So this is great, but think about inner thighs. Think left thigh going up, right thigh going back. You're simply going to take the left heel on top of the chair. Now, if you had the chair against the wall, the foot would go to the wall and you have complete balance. But if you feel that your balance is good and you can manage, if you need to go in a little bit, we're taking the heel on top of the leg and we're lengthening the leg. Yes, excellent. So this is our hand to toe pose that we do in yoga, where you would go for the toes, but we're not doing that yet. We're finding standing strength. You want to move this inner thigh on the left leg up, and you want to move the right hip round to the right. So you want to get this rotation. Think rotation of the upper inner thigh going to the ceiling. So your knee faces the ceiling. Then from here, the right arm goes up. That's it. Left thigh goes down. Right hip bone goes up and to the right. The left arm goes up. So it's standing strength. And then eventually you could go to the toe and rotate the spine too. But first do part one, then go for part two. And then, because I can't see your arms, if you want to take it over to the foot, you can take it over to the foot. Yes, fine. You've taken the arm.
I could do the arms.
Go. So you take your hand to the foot.
Yeah.
That's it. So focus on your standing leg. Focus on the right hip going to the right. Yeah. You don't have to go for the foot. Foot on the chair. Bend the knee. Take your time. Bring the left hand down. Again, bring the left shoulder blade forward rather than just turn your head. Think shoulder blade. Take the right arm up. And then you would take the arm over. Now, if the chair was against the wall, this right arm would touch the wall and you would create space off your right hip and move the knee back and the arm over. So it's a variation of your triangle. Exhale. And from here, if you come up and put your hand on your thigh, stay there and get a little bit more for this leg. You heel toe out. You heel toe out as much as you can. And then you bend the knee again. So you come into a deep lunge. And then you go back down, you take the heel out, and you take it again. So you're building up to go to the floor with these poses. That's it. And you reach. Excellent. And I think you can do more. You could probably heel toe out more because you've got the space in your groin. So you get a bit more of your hip. Well done. Keep the knee bent. Take the knee over the ankle. So you get a really nice hip opener here while you're here. Press the right heel. Do one more inhale. Draw the lower belly up. Rotate it to the right. And then inhale. Release the right hand. Press the right foot. Come up. And then slowly bring your foot down and stand. So when you stand, there's a complete shift around your left hip. You should just feel it. It's like just foot's grounded, but more space on the right side. There's a little imbalance. So now you get the whole thing to the other side. You can just turn around, get the right foot on the seat. Take your time. That's it. And then when you're ready, we get the heel on top of the chair. Yeah. And again, if you have a piece of wall or you want to try it, you can put the chair against a door. So when you take the foot up, the foot touches the wall or the door. So you have complete connection of that lifted foot as well in this position. So it's very supported. So take your time here. So your hips are very tight. I can see how your pelvis is not straight. You really need to work on right hip going to the right and the left hip going to the left and the right thigh bone going up. But it's quite a struggle for you to lift this side. Like an angle of the pelvis. Can you feel you need to work on aligning your pelvis a little more? So really work the standing leg and think about rotating the upper inner right thigh to the ceiling. So you want to bring that right buttock down. Yeah. A little bit adjusted, yeah. Still needs, it's a hip openers. You see, this is where it comes in. It's very difficult. Because we're also looking for balance and standing strength. And if you want to try it, but don't overdo it, take your right hand to the right toes. But again, don't overdo it because I don't want you to. So we need to think about hip openers for you a little more. So hopefully when you open the hip on this side, it'll help you. And then very slowly take the foot on the chair. So for now, we'll just leave the foot on the chair, stay there, and slide your right hand down in front of the knee to start with. Yeah, and put your left hand on the lower back and think about rotating the chest to the ceiling. So down you go, knee goes back. Yeah, work the standing leg, hip to the opposite side, the left hip going to the left. So this is where you struggle with this hip on this side. Is your glute quite tight? Chair. Now you've got the chair, I can do it with you. I can show you how to do a warrior on a chair. It will really help you. Okay, and then come up, put your hands on your hips. We're going to heel toe that standing leg out. So you get a bit more space for your hip. So the standing leg, heel toe out as much as you can, and then bend the knees so you still got the right angle. That's it, bend it, bend it, bend it, and take your hand down. Yeah, and you can take the right arm over. Yeah, so really working on your hip. Yes, this is how you're going to open the hip. So what you were just showing me, this is a variation on the chair. And if you want to go a little wider on this side, you want to heel toe that right foot out a little more. Yeah, you might. That's it. Because you've got a nice action on your hips here. It's just this is on the chair, so it's very easy to get the alignment on the chair. It's not easy when the feet are on the floor. So if you've got the chair next week, it just depends who comes in. We can do the warrior on the chair. It's very powerful, the warrior on the chair. Great. We'll take one more exhale. And then very slowly, inhale, come up and stand. And then just put your pelvis back on the top of your chair and do a forward bend because you need to balance out that pelvis because that would have taken it into a different space. So just stand in front and just fold. Yeah. And let the arms go forward. Let them hang. Soften the belly. Just do some breathing. And then take an inhale, come up. And do the same seated. Come and sit on the chair. Take your blanket out the way if you want to. Sit on the chair. And I want you to slide your tail all the way back through that gap. Go all the way back, all the way back, all the way back. Now lift your heels onto the chair legs. Yes, and take the knees wide. Separate, that's it. So slide back and come forward through your inner legs. And slip your arms on your inner knees first. Yeah, and separate. There you go. So really now use this to do some breathing in your back. Great. So the more you go back, the more you come forward. Yeah. The back is rounded. Just allow yourself to breathe into the side body, the back body, and through the lower back. And then inhale, come up. Well done. So there is so much you can do on the chair. In Iyengar yoga, we use the chair to do practically so many poses that correct the poses and in turn give you space in your spine. And also it's very educational for the body. So when you come off the chair, if you were to go in a yoga class, that impression or the feeling that you understand from working off the chair, because warriors on the chair are very powerful, because you've got the right chair, they're done in a very specific way. I mean, I teach warriors off the chair like this, so people get an understanding and you get the alignment. Can you imagine? But this identifies how off our hips can be. Can you see? So that warrior off the chair. But because it's so visual on the chair, we just don't get the opening. Even me, off the chair, it looks great. I feel great, but you're compensating using your back muscles. Plus, because I never know who's coming in and who's got what, I have to constantly adapt. There's like, it's just progressive. We progress, you know, we're adapting because it's the same people most of the time, all the time actually, coming and going all the time. So they know exactly what they're doing and they've been doing it for years. So it's a very, very powerful practice, and especially for us when we've got so many issues going on with our, you know, with your joints and your osteoporosis and your bone density. It's so the awareness on strength bearing, on alignment. Alignment is key in the body. We come off balance. So this practice brings you right back to sync. And then it's basically aligning you where you are in your life. You're not going to change anything that's gone wrong mechanically, or bone, or loss of bone, or deterioration, or degeneration, but you can support everything else around it. Good to see you, Hannah.
You
Take
too.
care.